Virtual network name should be VNet1 as we discussed yesterday. MS Paint. This is my VNet. And the name we are going to give a VNet1, right? The name we are giving the VNet1. And what is the region we are giving? The region is East US. Take the default one, East US. Okay. The region is East US. And go next. And keep the security options default. When you go to the IP address, here it is their IP address. By default, it's taking the 10.0.0./16, which we discussed yesterday. If your production or your organization and your network team asked you to the 20.0.0.0/16, yes, you can take it. And obviously, you know that how many IP addresses you are getting, right? Getting my point? Let's take the default 10.0.0.0/16, and this many IP addresses you are getting /16 is taken. In this VNet, what is the type it's taken here? 10.0.0.0/16. In this VNet, it is creating subnet. By default, subnet name taking the default one. If you wanted to change, click on this pen symbol. You can rename that subnet name here, and you can just go to the subnet one. And the name you subnet created under this VNet 10.0.0.0/16. So I would be going to selecting it is 1.0/24. You see here, the starting address is 10.0.1.0 and /24. How many IP addresses we are getting? 256 IP addresses we are getting. The start with IP address this range, and then save it. Now what we did it, we have created subnet. The name of subnet we have provided. Is subnet 1, and the IP addresses we provide 10.0.1.0/24, correct? And just go next and just next and create it. It's very simple. It's going to review. We creating a VNet, name of the VNet 1, region East US. This is IP address range, and inside the VNet we are creating the subnet 1 and then create it. Any question?
No.
Good to go.
Yeah. And how many subnets can be created in virtual network?
Multiple, depends on the what is the range of your creating, right? 65,000. You know that yesterday we discussed. How many network we created? 2 to the power of 16. 65,566 you would be going to create. Here it is. Class B, right? To the power of 16, right?
Yeah. Network. Yeah.
Okay, let's come back here. As of now, I have created one subnet, correct? Now go to the resource where you created VNet 1 virtual network. Go to the setting, and this VNet 1 is also called as the address space. Click on the address space. What is the IP address we provided? 10.0.0.0/16. And you see the subnet. What subnet we created? Subnet 1, and this is the IP address range we created. If you want to create another subnet, you can also go here, subnet, and provide the name, which is subnet 2. And I wanted to go with the 2.0/24 and add it, and is creating another subnet like this. Very simple. Now another subnet we are creating here. Subnet to 10.0.2.0/24. Correct? Subnet 1 10.0.1.0, subnet 2 10.0.2.0/24. See this? Now you created VNet and subnet. Now I wanted to create a resource on this subnet 1. If I wanted to create a deploying a VM1 on this subnet 1, or if I wanted to create another VM and subnet 2, and how to create it. This is VM1 and this is VM2. Let's see. And for this to creating a VM, what is the service you're going to do that? You have to go to the virtual machine. The service name called as a create deploying VM in respective subnet. Correct? Let's see here. You can go to the duplicate tab. Let it be that VNet 1. Okay. Now I'll go to the home. Just select for virtual machine. Virtual machine. Very simple. I need to create a machine, virtual machine. Click on the create virtual machine. Now again simple. As I said, every resources, every service you're going to create it, the subscription you can manage for whatever we created earlier. One resource group, the test lab we created, you can associate with that. And the virtual machine is give the VM1 and region, select the East US, same region. Availability options you can select for the no infrastructure. We'll talk about later. Security type standard we'll talk about later. Just deploy the VM1. So image I'm going to use for 2019 operating system, and take this configuration for 4 CPU 16 GB memory or 2 CPU for 8 GB memory. Less configuration and your username and password and confirm password. Keep everything. The most important when you go to the keep everything disk and networking. The networking most important you need to this VM should be belongs to which VNet and which subnet. You need to select the virtual network belongs to should be VNet 1 and the subnet should be selecting for subnet 1. You need to carefully select on this respective VNet and subnet. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, Neil.
Now just go to the next. Now see the what IP address is going to release it. Now see this. We are going to selecting VNet 1, subnet 1, VM1, and what is the IP address is going to select it. I mean create it. And every machine is validation is passed, just create it. Every machine, every VM, it will create for the two IP address. One is external IP address, which is called public IP address, where we are going to connecting RDP for using this public IP address. Second one is internal IP address, which is called private IP address, and this is for internal network, which we created subnetting. This IP address should get it 10.0.1.4, correct? And the public IP address should be dynamic, and that IP address we can take it to connect it. To connecting for RDP, for connecting VM. So what we can do, we can have the downloading for RDP console. So what I recommend here, everyone, please install RDC connection manager. Download and install it in a machine. I'll give the URL. You use it. RDC connection manager download. When you click on this first Microsoft URL, and take this link, it's very simple, and download this. RDC man, download it and install in a machine. So once you install machine, it will be a desktop icon. I'll tell you that how it is works. Okay, it will be extracted file from the zip file, and you just extract it here, and you just go and double click this RDC connection manager. You see RDC man. So when you go and search for the RDC man here, remote desktop connection, not this RDC man. I have saved already in my desktop with the name of this. Okay, here you can see the multiple batches I have saved here, desktop. Which is, I'll go to the Azure batch. You can see this. This icon will come and you would be able to see these like this. You are going to connecting easily. Now it will open empty. Now you can click on the file and you can see the new and save as in the desktop, which give the name, whatever name you wanted, like this, and you save it in desktop. And next time when you open, you double click this. You wanted to connect with the okay. Now how do we connect that VM and
Yeah,
verify that IP address? Yeah, sorry.
sorry. This will connect only if there is a public IP address enabled.
All right. The you are going to RDP that machine by default you created by using public IP address.
Okay.
Now see this, once you deploy the VM, you will have a two IP address. VM1 deployed, and your resource group, your region, your subscription, and operating system Windows configurations you have taken, and you see the IP address is public IP address is 1 and the private IP address is 1.4. Now here it is, you got the IP address, what it is that 10.0.1.4. Why? Because it is a subnet is under start with 0 internal IP address. And take the public IP address, copy this, and you would be able to see the internal IP address also. And then what you can do, properties, and then put into the public IP address. Now for you, right click, you can do that. For you can add a server and public IP address, display name, change it VM1. You can do like this. Okay, and then connect the server. Now see, I have connected and I'm going to log in this server, and I logged it. So you deployed a VM on a specific subnet, and the specific subnet is the VM is deployed on specific subnet. Getting my point here?
Yeah. And in case if it is domain joined also, you will be able to log in with the same credentials.
Hi, not record domain join. We'll talk about domain join when you need it. But as
Okay.
of now, just to
Yeah.
connecting the machine, log into the machine to verify that is the machine is connected or not.
Okay.
One machine should deploy it, correct? We have created two subnet, isn't it? We have created two subnet, and let's build another VM. Okay, this is VM1. Let's build another VM. If I build another VM in another subnet, what would be the IP address should release here?
10.0.2.4.
Perfect. Now see this. And while deploying, you should carefully select your subnetting. Virtual machine. Now create a virtual machine. It's virtual machine already created and running here. Same select for the resource group. And I'm going to give that VM2 and select this no infrastructure and select the standard and select the operating system 2019. Windows Server 2019. Get it? I think we have used the first one. Let's take for 2020 data center. You can take any operating system, doesn't matter, but we need to have the 2019. It would be good with that. Okay, when you say see all images, you would be able to see all the list of operating system. Okay, and you wanted to specifically looking for the specific operating system, Windows Server. Inside the server, you would be able to see the list of you have the Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server operating system, and you can select here, scroll down, and you see all the operating system. I was looking for Windows 2019. You see this? If you wanted to take this Windows 2019 operating system, here it is. Do not take a core one. Core is a command based operating system. Take uh, data center, this one. Okay, select it. Windows 2019. You can select this. Okay, selected this and use that is memory to CPU 4 GB memory. Now you can build a username and password. And go to the next. Go to the next. Most important networking. What you need to do here? You have to do for carefully select your virtual network, and you need to carefully select subnet is which one is subnet 2, correct? Right. Let's build into this and create and create it. Now, what would be the IP address get released here? should be 10.0.2.4. Correct? Now verify this. Question is, can I connect these two machines? Can I connect from VM1 to VM2 and VM2 and VM1? Can I able to connect? Since it is a different subnet, since it's a different network address, network IP address, can I connect between two VM1 and VM2?
Yeah, since it's in the same virtual network, I think you should be able to connect.
Perfect. Remember, within a VNet, no matter how many subnets are there, by default, all the resources are connected each other. By default, all the VMs are connected each other. You don't need to do any additional routing part.